Hello, welcome to today's chapter of the Shulchan Aruch, Siman Kuf Samach Gimel, chapter 163, Hilchas Mila, the Lord of Circumcision. Number 1. Mitzvah Asay al Av Lemor al Esbono. It's a positive mitzvah for the father to circumcise his son or to grant the honor and appoint another Jew as his agent to circumcise him. The father should place the infant on the knee of the stand deck, hand over the knife to the mohel, and stand by him during the circumcision to indicate that the mohel is his agent. In the interval between the cutting of the foreskin and the laceration, the father recites a bracha, etc. Who sanctified us with his commandments and has commanded us to induct him into the covenant of our father Abraham. You should make an effort to find the best and most righteous mohel and sandek. It is customary not to select the sandek. A man who had already been a sandek at the circumcision of one of his sons. The Noda by Yehuda Kama responds to 86 says the custom is to permit it. If you have invited a mohel, it is forbidden to retract and invite another one, for it is said the remnant of Israel will do no injustice and speak no falsehood, and that's from Zephaniah 3:13. If you appointed a mohel, and in the meantime the mohel left the city, and the father, thinking that he would not return in time for the circumcision, appointed another in his stead, and in the meantime the original mohel returned, he should perform the circumcision. Number 2, it is customary that all those attending the circumcision stand throughout the ceremony, for it is said, and all the people stood in the covenant. In 2 Kings 23:3, excepting the standek, who holds the baby while seated. After the father recites the bracha, and those assembled answer Amen, they all say, just as he was initiated into the covenant, may he be initiated into the study of Torah, to the chuppah, and to the performance of good deeds. Number 3, it's essential that the mohel be versed in the laws of circumcision, and he must examine the child to see if he is healthy. The midwife, nurse, etc. should be alerted that in case she observes some weakness or illness in the child, she should notify the mohel. Number 4, the sin care must be taken not to circumcise a child who is possibly ill, for danger to human life overrides all other consideration. Moreover, the circumcision can be performed at a later date, it is possible to ever restore one Jewish life. See Yoadea chapters 662, 663. Also when to circumcise an infant who has been ill and recovered. As soon as the infant is fit for circumcision, it is forbidden to defer the mitzvah for any reason, such as to elaborate the festivities or the like. You must circumcise him immediately when he is fit, but you may not do so on Shabbos or on Yom Tov, as stated in Yoadea chapter 266. Number 5. If a woman had lost 2 sons from the effect of circumcision, as it appears that the circumcision has weakened their strength, you may not circumcise the 3rd child until he gets older and stronger. Also, a woman who lost a child from the effect of circumcision, and the same thing happened to her sister's son, then the other sisters too should not have the son circumcised until they get older and stronger. Number 6, if a baby is born during twilight or close to it, you must consult a competent project as to when he should be circumcised. Number 7, an infant who dies before circumcision, whether within 8 days or thereafter, is circumcised at the grave in order to remove the foreskin which is a disgrace to him, so he should not be buried with his foreskin which is considered a disgrace for him. That's the call, but no bracha is recited on the circumcision, but a name is given to him as a remembrance that mercy be shown him from heaven, and he will be included in the resurrection of the dead, and that he may then have sufficient understanding to recognize his father and his mother. But if they forgot to circumcise him, and they had already buried him with his foreskin, if they became aware of it immediately, when there is as yet no reason to suspect the body has begun to decompose in the grave, they should open the grave and circumcise him. But if they had not been aware of it until several days after his death, the grave should not be opened. Number 8, it's customary to make a feast on the day of the circumcision for every mitzvah which the Jews accepted with joy, like the priest of the circumcision they still perform with joy. It is written, I am happy with your word, in Psalms 119, 162, etc. And the sage in Masechet Shabbat 138 explains this refers to circumcision. He who can afford to make a proper feast but economizes and makes it only with coffee and sweets or the like does not act properly. If you are invited to a circumcision feast and you know that worthy men will be present, you are obligated to attend. It is also customary to make a feast of various fruits and drinks on the Friday night before the circumcision. See Tosfos Mesechet Bava Kama 80a. This feast is also considered a mitzvah in the Ramah 262:12. It is also customary that the night prior to the circumcision, people assemble in the house where the baby is to study Torah. No refreshments are served, but this feast is not considered a mitzvah, it's merely a custom. Thank you for listening, and I wish you a very good day. All the best. Bye.